So why is Grant Cardone a Scientologist?
What is it? He said it's Scientology. I said, well, where is it? When is it? And how can I get some of it?
Scientology is just a big fat global scam.
Versus being a Christian.
Who do I believe in?
Jesus. God.
Yeah, so guess what? We're done with that.
Now me, I love Grant Cardone. I love his material, a lot of his thinking. I've benefited so much from a lot of his books, his podcasts and interviews, and he is without question one of the most influential entrepreneurs of this maybe last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to the topic of why he started to follow Scientology, this is where I think us as Christians, Christian entrepreneurs, start to see the difference of why he follows Scientology versus following the Christian faith. Let's jump in right now to an interview he gave explaining how he started his journey in Scientology.
But the second thing was all these successful people. I'm not talking about Tom Cruise and John Travolta. I'm talking about businessmen that you don't know that are studying the Church of Scientology's L. Ron Hubbard's courses, and these people are multi-billionaires.
So it's very evident the reason why Grant Cardone got into the Church of Scientology is success. He saw successful people making a lot of money. Maybe they had good marriages or better families from what he saw in his own environment. And by the way, none of those things are necessarily bad things in and of themselves. But if Grant Cardone did not see that, would he have followed Church of Scientology?
Nope.
If he would have saw a little bit of struggle or suffering or all those kind of things, it would not have attracted him at all. You see, Grant Cardone's religion is success, is money. That is what his religion is. Because absent of that, why else would he have followed the Church of Scientology?
A G5 airplane.
Yes. And lots of money. Play.
Now, this is where Christianity is incredibly different and why Grant Cardone might never become a Christian unless God changes his heart. You see, Christianity does not promise riches. It promises the exact opposite. Christianity, following Christ, promises struggle, right? Difficulty, persecution. You might actually lose your life because you're a Christian. And we can see this in Scripture. Look at Stephen's life. Let's take a look at a video from John MacArthur about Stephen, the first Christian martyr.
Because of that courage, he put himself in a position to lose his life, but that was the plan. He is the first Christian martyr. But the threats of imprisonment and even the threats of death had no effect on him because he was so totally committed to being faithful, paid the ultimate price for his commitment.
That ultimate commitment that Stephen made, where he lost his life for the faith, that's what makes Christianity that much more credible. You see, if the disciples got rich by following Christ, if their lives got easier for following Christ, that would discredit the claims of Christianity. That would discredit the claims of what the Bible teaches. Because all everybody would say would be, well, of course Paul became a Christian. Look how much better his life was. Of course Peter became a Christian. Look how much riches he accumulated. Is that what happened? No. You see, because the early church got persecuted, because they suffered for Christ, because they were willing to die for what they said they saw, that gives the Christian church more credibility. You see, anybody will follow any type of belief if it makes their lives easier. But what person would follow a certain beliefs that would make their life incredibly more difficult and actually lose their life for it?
If Christ had not risen from the dead, then our preaching is useless, and so is our faith.
Oh. And you have no doubts at all?
Men do not die for things they doubt.
So we ought to pray for Grant Cardone, because if God can change his heart, what a story that would be. That he would go from the Church of Scientology to the true church, the Christian church, following Christ. But that might also have to have him sacrifice some things. Maybe he might have to let go of his beliefs of success. Maybe not. See, here's what I know, guys. God will bless you with millions of dollars if it brings you or others closer to him. But God will also break you into a million pieces if it brings you or others closer to him. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, right? Put a comment in the chat. Consider subscribing to the Word on Business channel, the channel that takes biblical content and challenges business culture.